Hello, I'm Dr. Luis Acosta. I'm a gastroenterologist here at Peterson. I grew up in Mexico City. I was born in Houston, but we moved to Mexico City when I was 2. That's where my parents are, where my mom is from. And was there until high school, and then I wound up moving to New Mexico Military Institute. And that's where I spent a good 5 years of my life. And then from there I went straight to college. I come from a family of physicians, so that's probably the heaviest influence. There's a good mixture of the science that I find interesting, the ability to affect somebody's life. It's so dramatically, so we can help with things that other careers can't. It's a career where you never stop learning, and I like learning. I like being able to learn. I like to teach people new things, and the collaboration that occurs when you're trying to help people in both learning for yourself and teaching others to help people. All that. It's always fun. It keeps you on your toes the whole way through. You never get bored. So that it's one of the many things that attracted me to medicine. When I was in medical school, a guy rolled by in the hallway with a cart full of scopes, and he said, "You guys got to check this out." And we followed him, and it turned out to be one of the gastroenterologists in one of the hospitals in San Antonio. And we saw this case where he went in and he stopped the bleeding in a patient who was basically bleeding to death, and he stopped it with an endoscope within a few seconds. And I had already done a few other rotations as a medical student where I hadn't really gotten too much of an inspiration that I wanted to do that. And then all of a sudden I saw this doc within seconds save this man's life, and make a huge effect on the length of time he was going to spend in the hospital. He stopped needing blood transfusions shortly after, and he was able to just put a little clip on his stomach and inject a little medication, and he was done. And I thought, you know what, this is really cool. And it was kind of like a video game, he just did it with his little instrument and didn't even have to open him up. And I thought, I'm going to look into this. And little by little, I fell in love with gastroenterology. Well, there's a lot of things to love, right? I mean, look over there. We have hills, and when you've lived in flat places, it makes a difference. The environment is beautiful. The location is great. You can't beat being close to incredible cities like San Antonio, and at the same time have that space and be in a semi-rural location. The people are wonderful. The diversity of things to do is great. And I have 3 daughters, and for my wife and I, there was no better place that we could think of that we wanted to raise our family. So we came here. We go into San Antonio, we go travel, and we see our friends. I'm blessed in that we have great friends and great family, and we do things with them. We try and stay active with whatever little things we can squeeze into the free time that we have. I enjoy the camaraderie. People are very friendly here. I've never worked in an environment that is where from top to bottom people are so friendly. I think that this is an environment where people truly can be helpful to each other, from the top of the administration to every single person at every role. And we're all here to work with each other, and you can really feel it since the moment you arrive. And it's a big difference between here and other places I've worked.